Morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We're looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, today's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Friday the 4th of June. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against US dollar, bearish start to the day here. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 38,629. Let's take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 40,079. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from yesterday's high of 39,482. So barring an extended rally on, they expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target at 38.2% fib at 41,592 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 40,932. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 37,776 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub 37,000 levels. Second major support level sits at 36,326. Looking at MACD, we had a failed bullish cross late yesterday and a widening of the bullish histogram this morning, signaling this early morning pullback. On the EMAs, however, it's a bullish indicator. The 50s pulled away from the 100 and the 200, and we had a bearish cross of the 100 through the 200 late yesterday. All of this suggesting further upside ahead. So key would be to avoid the pivot at 38,629, break through to yesterday's high 39,482 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play. Moving across to Ethereum against US dollar, also bearish start. Going to need to Ethereum avoid a fallback through the pivot at 2803 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 2944. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break out from yesterday's high 2890 and break back through to 2900 levels. So barring an extended rally on day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance of 3000 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target 3150 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 3030. Fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 2717 into play. We've got the 38.2% fib at 2740 to provide some support, however. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid the second major support level at 2576. Looking at the MACD, we've got a widening of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, supporting this early pullback. On the EMAs, the 50 has pulled further away from the 100 and the 200, with the 100 also pulling away from the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key through the early part of the day, going to need to move back through the pivot at 2803 and break through to 2900 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, the support levels will be in play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, also bearish start. Going to need to see Litecoin move back through the pivot at 191 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 200. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break out from yesterday's high that was at 197.67. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a broad-based crypto rebound, second major resistance level at 207 that would come into play. Resistance at 215 would likely cap any upside, however. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 185 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should avoid the second major support level, sitting at 176. We got the 62% fib at 174. Looking at the MACD, we had a failed bullish cross late yesterday and a widening of the bullish histogram at the turn of the day, supporting this early morning pullback. On the EMAs, the 50 continues to move away from the 100 and the 200, with the 100 closing in on the 200. So look out for a possible bullish cross through the day there. So key through the early part of the day, move back through the pivot at 191, break out from yesterday's high, 197.67, to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, the support levels will be in play. You're looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar. Good to see Ripple's XRP move back through the pivot at 1.0436 to take a run at the first major resistance level, saying 1.0793. Going to need to see plenty of support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 1.07. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect yesterday's high at 1.07773 and the first major resistance level at 1.0793 to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.15s before any pullback. Second major resistance level is at 1.1134. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1.0095 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay clear of sub 0.95s. Second major support level at 0.9738 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, we've got a bearish cross at the turn of the day, supporting the early morning pullback. On the EMAs, the 50 has flattened on the 100 and 200, while the 100 continues to pull away from the 200. So inconclusive there, but still a bullish indicator. So key through the early part of the day, going to need to move back through the pivot 1.0436 and back through to 1.07 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will be in play.